Hi, my name is Alethea Allarey, and I'm applying for the position of business developer for carbonmade.com. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you before the group interview by sharing a bit of my educational background, work experience, and why I think I'm a great fit for this position. For the last 2 years, I've been attending the University of Laverne, from which I will be graduating later this year with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Organizational Management. In addition to this business degree, I have worked as a freelance graphic and web designer, in retail sales, and I have over 14 years of book selling experience. Most recently, I've also proven my excellence as a senior technical support representative for mobile apps. I'm also a maker and a fine artist, working in acrylics, oils, and watercolor. I'm also a longtime Carbon Made member. I'm so thrilled to have this chance to tell you about myself and how I think I can help Carbon Made grow. First of all, I'm great at meeting new people. Working in retail for nearly 20 years put me face to face with a lot of strangers. I've relied on my excellent social skills to turn many of those strangers into repeat customers, business partners, and even friends. I believe that the extra effort to get to know customers and stakeholders, understand their needs, listen to their concerns, and maintain a pleasant relationship becomes a mutually beneficial arrangement. I can better serve the needs of the customer or business partner while ensuring their continued business, cooperation, and positive word of mouth. Whether it's in person, on the phone, over Skype, through email, or even via social media, I'm a highly capable communicator. I can be professional while still conveying that laid back, eclectic, and creative Carbon Made attitude. Although Carbon Made's portfolio is solely an online product, I get that the connections that a business developer seeks to create and maintain necessitate real world, intuitive, and empathetic interactions. It's no wonder that being a great communicator is at the top of your list of requirements. Studying organizational management as well as managing various retail business units over the years has given me helpful insight into the financial side of business. As a general manager for Borders Books and an assistant manager for Crabtree and Evelyn, I've had to balance budgets, manage payroll, forecast sales, as well as develop plans to meet monthly, quarterly, and annual goals. I've dealt in corporate sales as well. While financial management isn't a primary responsibility at my current job, I'm certain that I can learn what I would need to keep your company to help your company spend strategically for maximizing returns, as well as to entice new investors from outside the company. Something related that I do at my current position is analyze data and write reports, juggling a dizzying array of numbers and statistics into a format that tells a story, captures historical info, and assists stakeholders with decision making. While I'm pretty good with math, I recognize that not everyone is, and I can adapt my communication style depending on the audience and the goal of the presentation. I also realize it's not enough to have the information at hand. In order to be useful, it has to be relevant and digestible. Throughout my working life, I have foremost thought of myself as a creative problem solver. If you need someone who, as you phrased it in your biz dev job description, is completely at home, banging your head against challenging problems, look no further. Something that has consistently driven me through my career, both at school and at work, has been persistence in the face of adversity. I've met many problems that I couldn't quickly solve for one reason or another, but I rarely give up on a puzzling situation just because it's difficult, annoying, or unusual. In fact, I'm much more likely to spend time examining the issue from every angle, experimenting with possible resolutions, or even taking something apart completely so that I can understand how it works, how it fails, and how it can be improved. This skill has proven very helpful in the technical support field that I currently work in. There have been many times where a team at work has asked me to play with their product and try to break it in order to isolate bugs and weaknesses in the app. For such tasks, I found it really helpful to be able to view the product both from the perspective of the developer, who has one vision of how the product should work, as well as from the customer's view, as they may have a slightly different expectation of how the product works. My analytical and communication skills are really put to the test in trying to make sense of existing problems, possible solutions, and how to bridge the gap between the developer and the customer expectations. Whether the problem put in front of me is to create new growth opportunities, identify new markets and prospects, or close a deal with a potential investor or business partner, I'm up for the challenge. Whether I'm at work, freelancing, or volunteering, I've found that I've done a lot of my most meaningful work as part of a team. Whether I'm a member or the team leader, working in a cohesive group to attain a shared goal generates so much energy, creativity, and passion that I believe teamwork is essential to the success of any venture. Take, for example, Bridge to Books, the grassroots literacy group that I formed 6 years ago with my friend Allison Beecher. The coalition is made up of booksellers, teachers like Allison, librarians, publishing reps, authors, and illustrators. Among the members, there is a smaller core group of volunteers which brainstorms, plans, and executes our initiatives. To date, our team has hosted dozens of children's literature authors and illustrators. We've raised funds and donated hundreds of books to several schools and libraries around Southern California. We've supported local businesses and institutions, as well as engaged a community of readers online and in person. While our members may credit me and Allison for the inception of this endeavor, we know that we couldn't have pulled any of this off without the hard work of the entire team. I would be honored to be able to lend my efforts to Team Carbon Made and see what awesome things we can accomplish together. Last but not least, as a creative person, I have a deep understanding of what makes Carbon Made a great platform for documenting and sharing art, such as the pieces that I have behind here, which can be found on your website. As a designer, painter, and maker, it's important for me to have a place online where I can showcase my work, but I don't want to have to spend a lot of time or effort creating a website or customizing existing blogging platforms, which often have limiting formats or clunky interfaces. As one of Carbon Made's 950,000 users, I recognize the value of its user-friendly design, clean aesthetic, and reasonable pricing. Carbon Made's audience isn't just about sharing images. Some use it as a place to hire an illustrator or photographer, and many rely on it to secure employment in the art field that they're passionate about. As your business developer, I would be equally enthusiastic spreading the word about the site to other visual artists and designers as I would be with promoting Carbon Made to potential investors and business partners. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my education and work experience with the hiring team at Carbon Made. I hope you'll give my application serious consideration, and I look forward to meeting you at the group interview.